possible, take a vow of silence during your typical school hours and then break the silence with something significant. Visit glisten.org for more information.
Hi, my name is Carrie Kinjoka.
My name is Kat Paez, and I am a Spanish and French teacher at Dakota Ridge High School. I'm also the diversity liaison for the school, and I work with the Kids for Student Voice.
I'm Gabrielle Davis.
Hello, my name is Jasmine Davis. I am a current student at CSU. This is my dog Luna.
So I think Day of Silence is super important because I haven't had to go through very much struggle, and I've gotten lucky in my life. But I know there are certain LGBTQ plus members that have experienced a lot, and I don't think we should discount that.
My thoughts are that I think it's amazing.
And Day of Silence is incredibly important to highlight the lives that have been lost. When we talk about Matthew Shepard or Harvey Milk, or even their families that have been affected, and all of the lives that haven't even been spoken since.
And what Day of Silence means to me is just you have silence for those who didn't get a chance to speak up for themselves.
Knowing that there are 4 out of 5 LGBTQ students who are bullied or harassed, or who sometimes don't go to school because they fear for their own safety, and that hinders their education.
We think that Day of Silence is super important because LGBT people are more likely to be not only bullied, but assaulted and murdered.
Those who were kicked out of their parents' house for being gay, or those who are discriminated against because they're gay, or just if they have a different skin color, if they're trans, it's really just to support people who don't have a voice for themselves.
And to me, because as a good ally, I think participating in it and showing support for those who might not think they have any support is a very good thing, a nice thing to do.
I work closely with students from the LGBTQ community, and I don't understand why anybody would bully them or harass them or even think of physically harming them.
And so it's really a time and day for us to be able to honor the voices that are silenced and marginalized, not only within our society, but to honor those lives who have been unrightfully taken.
We need to have this silence in order to honor their lives and those acts, and in order to protest this so it can stop. And then we can break the silence and we can talk about this more and figure out what to do next.
Just because something is different from us, then it doesn't give us the right to hurt anybody else. I am not going to go out and hurt somebody who's blonde because they're blonde and I'm got dark hair. And to me, it's down to the same thing.
And to really just recognize that LGBT people do have to suffer and go through struggles that are unlike other people, just for simply loving something that's considered outside of the norm.
All together in that same battle for being kind for one another. Thank you.
So it's super important for us to come together, whether you're an ally or whether you're part of the LGBT community, and really just take that vow of silence and understand what it is like to have your voice silenced, whether it be literally or just not being heard.
This is going to change. It needs us. We need to break the silence, and importantly so.
And finally, I think that another important moment of Day of Silence is that moment where we break the silence. When it's done, whether through an assembly or in another means, so that students can share with each other why it's important to take part in the Day of Silence.
And hopefully our silence can speak out for those of the people who don't have their own voice or who can't speak up for themselves. So that's what Day of Silence means to me.
It's important for students to come together and have each other's backs and support each other. And I would love it for one day for all of our high school to go silent, where we as a complete school decide that it's not going to be at our school. That's not going to happen at our school.
Feel free to tell us how you will break the silence.